Time now for our home economics series. This week we are talking all things real estate. So this morning we're putting the focus on the seller. Yes, the seller. The Canadian Real Estate Association says it expects home prices to fall nearly 6% this year. So with the predicted interest rate hike tomorrow, is now the right time to sell your property? We're going to find out with our real estate broker, Erica Reddy, who's in studio, and she's ready to go. Let's talk about it. If you can wait to list your home, should you wait or should you put it on the market now?
That is such a great question. And I think when looking to sell, it's such a personal choice. And it really does typically fall within life patterns. So, you know, upsizing, downsizing. So time and when you want to do something typically shapes when you want to sell. And then we try and situate the best time to do that within the market.
Within this market, though, I mean, what can you expect as a seller?
That's a great question. And I feel like January and February always takes people a little bit by surprise. And people always struggle with, how's the market going to start? How's it going to react? What's the year look like? What we're seeing right now is actually some different patterns than I think people would expect. We're seeing less inventory and we're still seeing decent buyer demand.
Really?
Really.
Okay. So yeah, there's not a lot out there right now. I think a lot of people may be waiting for this announcement tomorrow.
Definitely.
Right, for the Bank of Canada. And also people always focus on this spring market. In this current climate, is the spring market the focus this year?
So, I mean, I have heavily focused, to be honest, on January, February. I love looking at supply and demand trends. And I think that's one of the big pieces within real estate is when you have limited supply and increased demand, that's a great window of opportunity. But I think to your point, a lot of people focus on the spring market and the fall market, and they love those two markets. I would really encourage people to look at supply and demand and really focus on their specific area, because every area is going to be different, but that's going to be very indicative of how you can set yourself up for success.
And speaking of that, let's talk about the home itself. You've got your property, you've decided to sell it. Should you stage your home?
Great question. I love staging. So let's play this out. You're at the grocery store.
Yeah, I'm at the grocery store.
And you're standing there waiting to check out. And you see all these beautiful housing magazines. And something probably catches your eye. Do you love everything on the magazine cover?
I don't, Erica.
Right. So that's how staging works. You might love a pillow. I might love the wallpaper. Someone else might love the throw. But it draws everybody into the property. So you want to cast the largest net possible to the buyers. And you want to show your property in the best possible light. And this is why I think staging is so important.
Okay, so we're looking at, I'm guessing, an unstaged place, right? Because we got the baby gear up and the gate for the dog or the baby, and then we've got the one on your right. It's almost like a projected lifestyle that you want to,
100%.
right? Because nobody actually lives like how a house is staged, let's be honest.
Never.
But you want to be able to picture yourself living that way in your mind.
Exactly, and that's the big thing is I think we're trying to really set the stage. And I mean, everybody lives one way and shows their home a different way, clearly. Sorry for anybody. Somebody's house. But really, at the end of the day, you want those pictures to really capture the buyer's attention. You have to remember that buyer patterns are scrolling. We're in front of tablets. We're in front of screens. I always say to clients, you want your house to be the one that is the scroll stopper. You want those buyers to stop mid-scroll and go, I need to see this house.
I need to see more pictures.
Exactly.
Okay, what about offer dates? Is that even a thing right now?
So this depends, again, kind of market by market. And I always say it's so important. You need to understand what's happening on your doorstep. So like imagine opening your door and looking in your radius. That's what you need to be focusing on because that's your micro market. So in some markets, absolutely, offer dates are actually making quite a comeback.
Really?
In other markets, not so much. So I think it's really, really important to be educated on the marketplace that you're in and know if the offer date's the right approach.
Should you be using these words or these expressions in your description of your home? Motivated seller, adequate home, opulent, price to sell, or budget friendly?
I would say no.
To all of those.
All of those. That's like a disclaimer of just like something is so wrong.
Yes.
Yes.
Well, it's so great to have you. Great tips, Erica. Thanks so much.
Thanks, Lindsay. Love coming here.
Hey, thanks for watching. If you liked this, be sure to subscribe here, or you can check out more Your Morning videos right here.